the succession they want to leave behind. Then one of the next things to do to build a legacy project, an edifice, gigantic global project, something that men will always remember you and glorify God for. One of the shortest cuts is to connect with people that are already on that path, on that success. We call them mastermind mentors. What do you call them? Mastermind mentors. The criteria is that they must have some level of experience because somebody cannot do what he doesn't have. You cannot walk on an empty cup. The cup must be filled before you can think of pouring. So those mastermind mentors should use some skills that will help you succeed in life. I call them millionaire skills. Number one is problem solving skill. What does it call? Problem solving skill. Number two, leadership skills. Leadership skills. Number three, people management skills. Number four, emotional intelligence skills. These are the skills you need to go and build people. These are the skills you need to go and build a team. These are the skills you need to go and build an organization. These are the skills you need to go and build a community. These are the skills you need to go and build a business family. In the family you came out from, sincerely, you did not like it, it's not a problem. If you like it, congratulations. If you don't like it, you can create another family. The one with discipline, the one with intentionality, the one with concept, the one with value. So these are the relationships that actually make you live significant, make impact. We call it a significant relationship, we call it a transformational relationship, where you are connected to a mentor to add value to you, so you can add value to other people, transforming yourself to transform others. We call it transformational relationship. What else is called? Transformational relationship. The purpose of engaging in a relationship is to become better, is to do better, is to have better results. This time to end you want to end financial freedom, you want to earn receiver income, you want to earn a fortune, tell them fortune. You want to earn a fortune, you want to earn receiver income. Because we're looking at a business you can build for just 3 to 5 years and you are sure money is entering your account every single day of your life. Because nobody goes to school and start working and retire in 3 years. No, I've never seen such a school. You go to Stanford University, Oxford, Unical, and you need to start work, you retire in 3 years. And it's even if you start working, they keep getting money. I never said that kind of thing. That's a job. It never happened. But this is the only business. If you are serious and intentional, in 6 months, you should have learned everything you should have learned. And then in 2 to 3 years, 4, 5 years, you must have built a community, a system that pays you even when you are sleeping. Because you have to find a way to make money when you are sleeping. If you don't find a way to make money when you are sleeping, you will work for money for the rest of your life. Purpose of coming to learn is not to plan to go and work for money. No. There are 3 types of education. We have the scholastic education. Tell us scholastic. Learning how to read and write. We have the professional education, or we call them, what do you call it again? Am I correct? Apart from financial education, the first is professional education. When you learn to work for money, as you go to acquire this education is to learn how to work, how to get a job. So what they promise you is a paper certificate that will enable you to get a job. So the next one is called financial education. What else is called? Financial education. That's what we are doing here. Learning how to make money work for you. Before you learn how to make money work for you, you have to do some certain things by building the system, by showing commitment, by having courage to take actions, by having faith to believe that your actions will yield results. These are the things that happen. So there are 2 factors here on this diagram here. We have the contributing factors and the determining factors. All the factors outside of you is called contributing factors. What else is called? Contributing factors. Those factors can slow you down, can delay you, but they can never stop you. Those factors are the president, the governor, your father, your mother. These are the factors that slow men down. If your father is not supporting your mother, it can slow you down, but can never stop you. Your governor is not doing things well, it can delay you. President is not doing it, can delay, but they can never stop you. What stop men is called determining factors. What else is called? Determining factors. And they are embedded in us. And those factors there are 2 of them. One is positive, one is negative. All of us have it. Me, I have it, you have it. Means that we focus on our positive. That is, it looks like the negative is irrelevant. Those positive factors, we call them faith, courage, passion, dreams, commitment, dedication, vitality, fidelity. Those negative factors that slow men down, we call them, of course, fear, anxiety, worry, anger, bitterness, etc. So we have been talking about you because you are the most important factor. Touch your neighbor, say you are the most important factor. Now touch yourself, say I am the most important factor. Once you improve, once you grow, everything will grow. Once you become better, everything will become better. So the problem is not about the economy, the problem is about you. Because I have inside of me what will make me successful. You have inside of you what will make you successful, what will add value to our life, what will make the world celebrate us is already embedded in us. It's called audacity. Then audacity. Audacity to take action, to act on your dreams, to act on your faith, to act on everything that puts money in your pocket that will make you live on earth even when you have long gone. So that's why we always tell us, as far as you are venturing into a business, you need a mentor. So I said business plus mentorship. Mentorship equals sustainability. So today should be part 4. We should round up this class either today or tomorrow. So we also said that as a top topic, a business mentorship as a strategy for sustainable growth and transfer wealth. Business mentorship. Business mentorship as a strategy. I'm going to use strategy comparing apples and other products for sustainable growth and transfer wealth. For sustainable growth. For sustainable growth and transfer wealth. Okay, good. Okay, so for you to actually sustain an idea and transfer it, definitely you need a mentor. And I said any area of your life you are currently struggling right now, that means you need a mentor. And you have a choice. Either you die struggling, experimenting on your own, or you leverage on people to experiment. So we discussed a lot. The mentor is someone that acquires more greater skill, knowledge, and experience. A mentor is not necessarily your friend. A mentor is somebody who's in your life to help you succeed. So if it's in your life to help you succeed, then it is a relationship that enables purposeful, positive conversations. The conversation assists the mentee to reflect on his own experience and make informed decisions and act on the idea that is generated from that relationship. So it's a relationship that gives the people the opportunity to share their personal and professional skills, command knowledge, understanding, wisdom, to develop and grow through the process. So the mentor the mentee. The mentee tends to grow through the process and learn something new while the mentor refreshes himself from what he knows. So the mentee has a role. You got about 10 roles here. The mentee must build trust. The most important role is that mentee must define the goal and the purpose why he's into that relationship. The mentee too must enable to take initiatives. Why? Because if you don't take initiative, what you receive as information will no more than talking. Take advice when necessary, ask questions when necessary, and welcome criticism, especially from the mentor, and look at it why it's something that you actually need to improve on. And the mentor is not supposed to impose. A mentor does not insist on what the mentee should do, because mentoring is not about copy and paste relationship. It's a relationship that helps the mentee to learn and grow through the process, taking instruction and working with them. So the mentor too has a role. So someone says, I'm a mentee. No, in every part of your life, you are occupying 3 relationships. You are somebody you are looking up to, and somebody is looking up to you. So you are also a mentee and also a mentor to somebody. I have the one they call peer mentorship. So a mentor has so many roles there which we discuss, and the need for that relationship is to improve the mentee's competence and character. They're not competent, they're not character. So the accomplishment. So I was going to talk about discipline and commitment practice on this. We'll talk about that now. How do I put it today? I was going to draw a diagram where you discover how to be disciplined and commit and show commitment and practice to actually get. So I will draw it like this. Let me draw it like this so that it will make a lot of sense. I want to draw like this. Okay, no, let me use this one. So I will draw like this, and this one will be 2. Why this one will be 3? Like this. So it will be like let me make it square. So let's start from here. Will become 1. Let me use another marker here. So let's put it like here will become 1. Here will become 2. Here will become 3. Here will become 4. Here will become 5. So we move from here. So the first thing we see here, we have discovery. This is 1. So sorry, it's very big. Let's start like this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's supposed to be 5. But I also put it like 1, 2, 3, 4. But I want to put it like this so that we actually see that there's a movement here. So here is where we discovering, discovery. So just to discover, and here is to practice. So you put an arrow like this in your notes. Put an arrow like this. So we put a very big kind of something here. So after discovering, we expect you to be disciplined. No, I will name them. Don't worry. Discipline. We expect some discipline from you and commitment. Discipline and commitment process. Commitment process. So there should be a process of discipline and commitment. And then it will lead to practice. So to come like this, and here will become practice. So that is where you can actually practice. So the first one here, and We want to start from here. I'll give you a note, but let me just put it like this. Here is unconscious competence. Let me use the right matter here. Here becomes unconscious competence. Unconscious competent. Unconscious incompetence. Unconscious incompetence. Unconscious incompetence. Let's put it like that. So unconscious incompetence. So this is where you start from. Where somebody doesn't know that he doesn't know, I will give you a note. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll give you a note. Unconscious incompetence. Number 2 here, we call it conscious incompetence. And now you know that you don't know. Conscious incompetence. Conscious incompetence. So here is unconscious, and then there's an environment that will help you know that you don't know, and then you begin to know. The next one now is conscious correction. Number 3 is conscious correction. Conscious correction. Conscious, let me put it like this here. Number 1, 2, 3, so that you guys can see. The first one is unconscious incompetence. Unconscious incompetence. The next one here is conscious, okay, conscious incompetence. Conscious incompetence. The next one here is conscious competence. Conscious competence. Okay. The next one here is no, this is conscious correction. Let's go to correction first. Number 3 is conscious correction. Conscious correction. The next one is conscious competence. Conscious competence. The next one is unconscious competence. Yes, unconscious competence. No, I'm going to come back again. So, normally we are used to 4, but I'm adding the 5th one because I want it to go very well. Okay, let me just write it here. Conscious correction, conscious competence, conscious competence. Here is number 5. Unconscious competent. So, for you to actually know that you need a mentor in your life, there's an environment you need to create that gives you that awareness. So, but let me just explain this so that for those that are meeting the training for the first time, we read so many books about this, we've done this over and over again. So, the first one is this one, the worst place to be. Which one, number what, sir? Number 3, conscious correction. Conscious correction, number 3. This is the worst place to be. That you don't know that you don't know. It's a terrible part. It's a terrible place to be. It's a place where somebody doesn't know that he doesn't know. And it takes discovery for somebody to know that he doesn't know. So let's start taking some notes right now. Let's start from there. Unconscious incompetence. This is a state of being that you don't know that you don't know. That is the state. You are unconscious. You don't know that you don't know. So it takes discovery. Take a note down under unconscious incompetence. It takes a discovery for us to know that we don't know. That's when you attend meetings like church programs, conferences, seminars, workshops, mastermind groups. So where they now talk about opportunities that don't you know that you're actually supposed to be building legacy at this point in time. Now you are 20 years, you should plan to retire at 30 or 40 years. Put in 10 years ahead of you. Find a project, pour in your life something. This way, okay, you need some skills. You need develop some competence in some areas of your life that you are interested in. And you don't need to work in your business. You need to work on you know what it took me to understand what it means to work in a business and work on a business. You know what it took me to understand what it means by subjectives and objectives. A lot of time, I never knew. But I actually know that something is not adding up. Something is not adding up, but I cannot fix it up. So it takes discovery to know that you don't know. It takes a discovery to know that you don't know. It takes a discovery. So it takes you to discover it that you don't. This is a place of discovery. This is a place of practice. You move from discovery to being disciplined and committed to the process, then practice it. So the understanding for me, unconscious incompetence. Some of you thinking that I'm doing well. Some of you think I'm doing well, but when you meet people that are doing better, they're like, really? You know, just like I was talking to a friend yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday, so thank you for everybody that celebrated with me yesterday. It was telling me the guy met me at a house when we were having our birthday celebration with my family. He just met me and said, I used to think I'm doing well until I met you. And you just reduced me. You just reduced me. You just made me feel I need to do more. Ask him why. He said, because what you have been able to accomplish because in less than 10 years, I've spent 20 years trying to do that. I could not. You know, I've not written one book. But all my life, I've been trying to write a book. I've been trying to do it, but you've written 2 books. That means you're giving me a challenge to go and sit down and make sure I bring out that my book. That idea that is in my mind, I must bring it out in 3 months' time, 90 days. So I'm giving him a 90 days challenge to go and fix his life. It was just challenge, you know. These are when somebody discovered that, I thought I was doing well, though. So it takes a discovery to know that you don't know. That is about. So how do you know that you don't know? One of the best environment that will help you know that you don't know is write it down, attending seminars, workshop, reading of books, of course, going to church programs, be in an environment that empowers you, be in the right circle. One of the ways to expose your mind to knowing that you don't know is to be in trainings, workshops, seminars, church programs, you know, relationship that encourages you, that empowers you, reading of books, etc. These are the environments that will help you. So always be in the right environment who always empowers you. There was a guy called Gideon. Gideon was hiding from the Midianites. And one day, the angel of the Lord appeared to him. He said, "You mighty man of what? Valor." Because of that words, positive words, the angel spoke to Gideon. And Gideon believes it. He stood up. You know, the guy that was hiding. And now realized that he's a mighty man of valor. He's just fighting the battle. There's a man I love so much. I'm not his member, Pastor Deyemi, Daystar Ministry in Lagos, at Regu, Ikeja, Lagos. So the man said something. He said, "I've been a shy person all my life, but I read a book that says everybody can lead. And everybody can lead. Even you reading this book can lead. You are a leader." And the man believed that day. It just dawned on him that he's a leader. From that day, a shy person, a person that always feels less of himself, inferiority complex, left his life. Because he realized in a book that he's a leader. And he believed it. In fact, it was Daniel that opened books to read. You know that these guys were supposed to be free 480 years ago, children of Israel. But they're still in captivity because of ignorance. You know, ignorance. The ignorance, they don't know. They don't know. So ignorance is not a demon. So one of the best way to actually know that you are unconscious to expose you to discover it is to always be in the right environment. Number 2, conscious competence. This is someone who knows that he doesn't know. He's someone that doesn't know. There's someone that knows that he doesn't know. He knows, he's conscious now. So it's like someone that has a bicycle that he knows he has a bicycle, but he cannot ride a bicycle. That he knows that he doesn't know. He knows that he doesn't know. This is where we call conscious incompetence. You are conscious that you are incompetent. So that person has a choice to either die trying to ride a bicycle by himself, or you look for someone that knows how to ride a bicycle to teach him. Like, how to have a car? He knows he has a car, but he doesn't know that he doesn't know how to drive. He knows that he doesn't know how to drive. So either he finds someone to teach him, or he spends all his life trying by himself. Someone that have a private jet, and you know he cannot fly it. So either he spends all his life trying it, he knows he doesn't know, or find someone that can teach. So either you die experimenting, or you leverage and on the experiment of mentors. Which one is better? So the next one now is conscious correction. Number 3. Conscious correction is that you know that you don't know, but you are getting a mentor. We put it like this: I know that I don't know, and I get a mentor, coaches, trainers, pastors to teach me how to ride a bicycle. You know, I know that I don't know, but I'm taking a step now to correct that I don't know. I'm getting intentionally getting a mentor. I know I have a problem with finance. I like to spend money. So I don't, at any moment that enter my hand, I want to spend it. So you know that you don't know, but you not stop there. The moment you take action on what you don't know, it's called conscious correction. But if you remain at that point, I don't know now, that is conscious incompetence. And nothing I go do. That means you don't really need to correct that part of your life that you feel is affecting you negatively. So now that you know that you don't know, now the moment you take action to get a mentor, get a trainer, get a coach, that means you are taking the correction of those income. So it doesn't stop from saying I don't know something. Okay, you've not bailed 28 million in bulk. You've not bailed. So now you know that you don't know how to put 50 million, 100 million in bulk within a year time frame. Now you have to make a step, approach people that have achieved that. That moment you take that step to correct that you don't know. We call it conscious correction. And you know, that time that teaching you how to drive a car, they are correcting you on the skills that you need to acquire. Like someone like me, when I was teaching, I was holding the steering like this, maybe I'm just shaking, and all of that. So that is when you are trying to be correct the what you don't know. It's called conscious correction, that you are learning. You are taking a bold step to get a mentor, a coach, and you are ready to take instructions, and you are ready to implement it. It's called conscious correction. Now, conscious competence means that now you've learned it. Now you've learned it, you're applying it. Now you know that you know. At this point in time, you know that you can drive. Now you don't need an instructor again. When you go to driving school, instructor will be with you for some time. After some time, the instructor will no more be with you again. That means you have now learned it. Now you now know that you cannot build anything serious without sacrifice. You cannot build anything that will stand the test of time without sacrifice. No business has ever been built for 10 years, 20 without sacrifice. You must sacrifice your time, you must sacrifice your energy, you must sacrifice so many things to it. So you cannot build a global project without sacrifice. You don't want to. Now you know that, see, at this point in time, I must be disciplined. They're not disciplined. No, this is where you put the commitment. This is where you start putting the proper practice. You are conscious, you are putting the discipline to practice. Now you know that you know. Now, when we come to the last one, of course, unconscious incompetent. That is when you can make a call. Now you are not even conscious that you know. That means whether you like it or not, you are now like a pastor that whenever you start a conversation, he can never stop and finish it without not putting God. That is, he cannot control it again. He just come out of him. That is, he has become so soaked in the presence of God that he can never do anything without the interest of the kingdom. In fact, the occasion, he can never even start unconsciously. He just let us pray, and he doesn't even know why he's doing that. He cannot control himself again. That means now you can make call when you are driving. You can send text when you are driving. You can do a lot of things. You don't even know him. You can even tell, okay, you want to go to something happened to me. I'm a triangular student, a triangular married man. I moved from office to house to office back to house. Someday I want to go to somewhere. I'm already headed to my house. There was a day I got to there. I said, this is not where I'm going to today. But I'm already unconscious incompetent. Unconscious competent. That my brain has wired to the fact that when somebody comes, I start conversation with you. I'm asking myself question. What are we here for? Am I going to mentor you? Are you going to mentor me? Or we are just here? So I ask myself question. What is question I'm talking right now? Is he taking me to heaven? Is he putting money in my pocket? Is he improving myself? So all those questions, you just have it within 5 minutes, within my mind. So I now know where I place that person. I now know, okay, this is where I am. And when I start to talk to you, I just look at you, I will just smile. And I'm asking myself different questions. No. I'll just put my brain. Now I'm now conscious of the people in my space. That's when I don't want them to exist in my space the next day, the next minute. I'm thinking of what strategy would I apply now so that I would not get offended. So I will put in JJ out of my life, checking out. So my brain is already working. That is where you can now, whether you like it or not, you just prospect uncontrollably. You don't know exactly about your business. That's where you come unconscious incompetent. But the most important thing is to discover every area of your life that you need improvement. So you can seek mentorship. Tell me mentorship. Okay, so I want you to write this one now. In every mentoring relationship, there must be a huge discipline from the mentor. Write that one down very, very well. In every mentoring relationship, there must be a huge discipline from the mentor. Comma. In every mentoring relationship, there must be a huge discipline from the mentor, comma. Using parameters to measure the entire training process. Or we can put full stop. Mentors will set parameters to measure parameters or KPI to measure the entire training process. Let's put it two statements. In every mentoring relationship, there must be huge discipline from the mentor, full stop. A mentor will set parameters or KPI, that is key performance indicators or index, to measure the entire training process. So you want that mentoring program to work for you. There must be discipline, there must be parameters and KPI to measure. Remember, anything you cannot measure, you cannot improve. Anything you cannot measure, you cannot modify. It must be measured. So if your intention, I know there's informal, I will talk about that, and formal mentor and other mentoring programs. But I want you to be very intentional about everybody that approaches you for mentoring or anybody you approach for mentoring. Please be intentional. Go to that person, tell him the straight points. I want to make money, I want to discipline, I want to build a company, I want to build a factory, I want to make money to build schools in my community. You cannot go to somebody who has never built schools and hospitals in his community to teach you how he does it. Go to him, tell him, see, I don't know what you do, but I admire you so much, and I want to learn from you for the price of 3 months, 6 months, or I want to learn how to make money like you, to help people, pay people school fee. How do you do that? So there should be a parameters. There should be time frame. Even though you may not have, it should be something that you know that okay, next 1 month these are the books to read. Next 15 days these are the books. This is what to do. There should be parameters to measure, or KPI to measure the entire training process, so that you don't end up wasting your time on someone that is not ready to learn. You just sit and this. I'm now diverting your attention into other things that you don't need. So if someone in a mentoring program that cannot be measured, then that mentoring program is not viable. Then it will never grow, and the chance of succeeding is very slim. Write it down. In any mentoring program that is not measurable, then the viability of the mentoring program to grow is slim. The viability of the mentoring program, the people involved to grow is slim, and may not achieve anything out of it. After you go to school, they tell you, okay, we want to teach to be a doctor. We want to pass through a process to be a instructor. That 4 years, 5 years, they will get a way to mentor it, measure it. That one is not even directly interested in your life. It's just interested to give you a skill that can make you employable. So I said, in every mentoring program that cannot be measured, then the viability that it will grow is slim. That mentoring program is slim. That the viability is slim and may not be achieved. The viability is slow. It may not be achieved. It may not achieve is slim. In any mentoring program that cannot be measured, the viability or sustainability or the lifetime basis for the business to grow is slim, and it may not be achieved. So it's a big problem when you cannot measure it. So it must be measured. Find a way to measure the growth of your mentee. Find a way to measure the growth of people you are mentoring. Find a way to measure. And that actually just be specific, because when the person is not specific what he is in your life for, you start looking for that things. He came to learn about how to run a good family. He came to you to learn parenting. He came to learn how to be a good father, and it wasn't defined. The purpose was not defined. And now instead of being a good father, he now learns other things that is not necessary that will help him, and now see that you are very bad in financial discipline. That is what happened, because you did not define it. So when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So we are being intentional. So we talked about character the other day, but let me just talk about it again a little bit today. Because I said that the mentor is in your life to improve your competence and character. Let me talk a little about character today a little bit, because character has to do with two things: performance and morals. So we'll talk about the performance of the mentee and the morals of the mentee in terms of character, so that you don't end up wasting your time in someone else's life. Anybody you are mentoring and you want to measure the performance and the morals. Let's just put a character. So before I go, let me give you one or two foundations before we talk about performance and morals. So if somebody a mentee is not improving in morals, in performance, or leave that person alone. He's not ready. He's just joking. He's a joker. Write this one down. Character is the sum total of a person, both body, soul, and spirit. Character is the sum total of a person, both body, soul, and spirit. There are a lot of definition about character. It's the way you think and feel about something. Character is a sum total of a person, both body, soul, and spirit. Full stop. The words we hear have major influences on our thoughts. I said the character is the sum total of a person, both body, soul, and spirit. The words we hear have major influence on our thoughts, which leads to our feelings. The words you hear from your mentor, from your mentee, has a major influences on our thoughts, which leads to our feelings and emotions. The words we hear have a major influences on our thoughts, which leads to feelings and emotions that eventually leads to our character, that eventually leads to action and ends up in our character. Full stop. The words we hear have a major influences on our thoughts, which leads to feelings and emotion, and determines our action, which ends up in character. So the words you hear have a major influences on our thoughts, which leads to feelings and emotions, and propel into actions and ends up in our character. So if that is true, that means when you hear what and when you speak what, you should know it's going to affect the person's feelings, it's going to affect the person's thoughts first, and leads to feelings and emotion, and we're going to determine the person's action that will eventually end up in the person's character. So if someone is very negative and want to live a positive life, that is very conflicting. It's very, very conflicting. Except he or she submit to teachings and training that will reprogram his subconscious negative mind and to a positive one. He or she will find it difficult to manifest success. My son, all his life, they are living in abusive relationship. You know, your papa, your mama, you know, go better for you. You know, all those abusive words the person here affected his thought. At some point, he started living game. I want to know better. So, and then eventually, the way he feels an emotion, which propels into his action, determine his action, and end up his character. So, when somebody is negative minded and you are giving him positive information, okay, it's conflicting. The what you tell him is called objection. What he's thinking is called subjective. So, all those subjective, all the objectives outside will eventually conform to the subjective inside. That's a confliction. So, the first thing you do is to teach him first, train him to reprogram his mind, the subconscious mind, from negative to positive. If not, that person will find it difficult to manifest success. This was the reason that eventually we now arrive at using the Facebook for all our mentoring program in the entrepreneurs community of wealth. The Facebook is what? The Facebook is what? The reason why we just use that book is that the book has a way of telling you that we live in a world of cause and what? Effect. That the life you live today is a sum total of your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual manifest in your physical. So that what we are going to do, you'll be a millionaire, but this is how a millionaire would think. This is how poor men think. There are about 17 wealth files. 17 wealth files. So if you cannot even accept the wealth files, that means you cannot even accept the running program of the entire that will help you be a millionaire. So the book actually formats your brain. Format your brain. So we now brought the second book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. That book actually helps you understand that this guy called Robert Kiyosaki has a biological father who is a professor, a scholar. The guy was broke. And there's a way the father always speaks. I cannot afford. The things I had with us. Always negative. And he has a friend whose name is Mike. And Mike's father was a rich dad. And there's a way that man also speaks. How can I afford? And the man have a different thought and communication pattern. So being having a poor father, biological, and a rich dad that is a friend's father, mentoring at the same time, gave him the opportunity to know why the rich is rich and why the poor is poor. So that book actually helps you to understand that for you to actually have wealth and build a successful business and sustain it, there's a way you need to talk. There's a way you need to think. So somebody that don't even accept that instruction, we already know that as far as you hate knowledge, you cannot be successful. We know that one because if the Bible says successful, back and forth, it would have been better. The Bible says the person is a big fool. Tell no fool. I keep repeating this. I don't know when I'm going to stop repeating it. In the book of Proverbs 18, verse 18, it says, he that walk with the wise will be what? The companion of fools will be what? Destroyed. That means walking with a foolish person is to destroy your own life. Tell your neighbor, please don't destroy your life. Oh. Your neighbor is not here. Talk to the other neighbor. Tell your neighbor, don't destroy your life. Oh. How do you know someone that wants to destroy his life? How do you know someone that is a foolish person? Proverbs 1, verse 22. See, it says, fools hate knowledge. Fools do what? Hate knowledge. Fools hate knowledge. So anybody that hates knowledge is a what? A fool. So you know what happened to us? We started applying this in our mentoring program. Everything started working for us. When somebody come into our space, we say, oh, guy, you go read this book. He said, I don't want to read them. We know say that person is a very big fool. Someone even can say, oh, guy, I read 2 chapters. My brain, the headache. We say, one man came one day. He came, oh my God. I gave him the book to read. It didn't take me 5 minutes. The guy came up, said he was sweating. Seriously, the guy was sweating. He said everything is happening to him right now. Both headache, both hunger, both he was sweating. He said that his brain is paining him. And I asked him one question. When last did you read a book? He said, oh, guy, he don't take. He don't take. The guy brain don't oxify. He don't storm and sat idiot. You not going to enter the brain again. So you can imagine that. So you know when I give somebody a book to read, I don't ask you to read all the book. Like I tell you read introduction and chapter 1 only. Summarize it. So I was even to read introduction, but just do introduction because I want to know, because I don't want to spend time with people. So I want to both the mentor and the mentee should know that we have both the mentor and the mentee should know there are 2 parts they have to focus on character, performance and moral. So draw it like this, write like this: performance and moral, performance and morals, performance and morals. So once you walk into a relationship, Know that you are going to improve on two things: competence and character. Competence will take it to the top, but character will sustain it there. And in terms of character, we talk about competence a lot. We just ended that part of today. In terms of character, we are talking about two things on character: performance and what? Morals. And there must be KPI to measure this process. There must be a kind of a parameters. Why is KPI or not? There's really parameters to measure it. Imagine you as a counselor, a marriage counselor, a man and a woman, they came, they brought issue. You gave them an assignment and they refuse to do the assignment. Why do you keep pouring water in an empty in a basket that will never be full? Tell them until you perform that first one, you are not worthy for the second one. That's a life school. They will give you carryover. Tell no carryover. So in terms of performance, you must be able to measure. I don't know. You're going to be plenty. So just like a statement, you must be able to measure hard working. Be working hard. Let me put it like this: working hard. Measure people that are working hard, comma, measure focus, measure accountability, comma. That's what you should improve in your mentee's life. Resilience, measure resilience. Is a person working hard? Is it a focused person? Most people are poor because they are not focused, always distracted. Cryptocurrency, they enter. Forex, they enter. Tomorrow, tapping, they enter. Another one again come. Poultry, they enter. Barbing, they enter. Not focused. We know. You cannot be saying no. Snipers, they focus, target. So accountability, resilience. Number two, energetic. Measure the energy level of your team. Energetic. So you must be able to measure energy level of your team. Confidence. Measure, have a way. Sometimes we just go and present. We want to test his confidence. Discipline. Have a way of measuring his performance. ETC, there are plenty. I don't want to go. Let me give some because I have one or two notes to give. So when somebody comes into your space, he's a shy person. How do you measure whether he's confident or not? Is to give him some tasks. Talk to this person. That's why I like. I'm not a pastor, but I like pastors. Pastor, when you come to church, like my kind of church settings, as you come to church, today's your first time. As you go there, from there they not scare you. What do you do when you leave? If you want form, they start calling you, come to church service, follow up, follow up. So if you are accepting Christ as your answer altar call, they corner you, and from there they give you form. From there, believers class, they know they allow you rest. From believers class, that one, workers in training. From there, join it. And that time, they know why this person like to come for Bible study. Pastor is observing, head of department is for. He like to come for choir practice. Like whenever they're singing praises, pastor is singing praises. But look small. He said, come. After saying to call, he said, come. I think you need to join choir. He say, I've been thinking about it. Pastor, don't check it. They say, I think you need to join. They say, no, I think you need to join. So they're not suggesting. So once you accept it, you now join. Because they want to measure to see whether you are following. That's how to measure the growth. And actually, it totally helps you to participate in where you are being fed. You can't be in a church, you're not in any department. It's wrong. Either you're in sanitation, you must be in one. How can you be in a body? You are not sacrificing to that body. It is wrong. You can't be idle in the body. The eye must be eye, the hand must be hand, the leg must be leg. Everybody cannot become ear, everybody cannot become mouth. So find a place and fix yourself. How can you be in a community? They are not doing anything in the community. We ask you to do 2 o'clock class, you say no. Do 11 o'clock class, you don't. So you cannot be in a family. Your father is providing food and the mother is providing care for you, and you don't want to sweep the floor, you don't want to wash the father's clothes, you don't want to clean his shoe. Why are you in that? You are a bunch of liability. You are an error, marital error. That is not your portion. Say amen. Tell your neighbor, I am not a marital error. I don't know the English I just spoke and spark. I don't know whether it's correct or not, but let's continue. I don't know whether it's correct though, but let's continue. So how do you measure the moral of your mentee or the person that you are mentoring? Or how do your mentor measures your own morals? Now, one of the ways you have to measure is honesty. Tell me honesty. A leader that is not honest. Respectfulness. You must measure whether his person is respectfulness. He is respectfulness. Unselfish. The person is not. He can sacrifice for his team as Christ sacrificed for the body. He sacrifice. So you have to measure loyalty. Have a way of measuring loyalty. You see, some people will go extra miles. I said, I like David. He was tested. The men went a city and they say they gave their life, they faced the water. David said, no, I cannot drink this, but this is their blood. See, men that are ready to sacrifice for you as a leader, that you have to run away. You see this now, you call him now, please come on, I want to see you in the office. There's something we need to do. He said, his rain is falling. He's always giving you excuses. This person no go work. Always, he doesn't want, but if it's you, he will call you. Come and you show. No, that kind of thing no go work. So you must have a way to measure trustworthiness. They're not trustworthiness. They give you money for church. You chop and finish, they blame pastor. That man is very selfish. Small money where I chop. they give you family money, make you keep. You chop things. It's a nonsense family where I come from. Small money where I chop. They won't give me. Small thing they give you. Your mama give you money, make you and no chop biscuit. Mom see, other mothers are buying tea for their children. You na grandma that job, you disturb me. Mommy, if I catch you talking to your mama in a sorting way, from that day, me and you talk again. Do you know what it means to carry you for 9 months? Do you know what it means to give birth to you and you're talking? No matter what your mama do for this life, just keep quiet. Don't shh, then no shh. Just pass. I mean, just shut up. You know, anything your mama do, you just call. There are people they need to talk, they talk back. As in, make your days be long. Just leave. If I see you and pastor the quarrel, me I go vex for you. Just if you don't like the church, take a walk. You are not a tree. Then not take a walk. You don't like that mentorship program again. Take a walk. See, there was a time you were enjoying. So now that you're not enjoying, what is the problem now? So there was time you are eating. It those time day. As you know, if you enjoy the difficult moment, no wahala, take a walk. Stop talking to people that affected your life positively. Or that's when the people I'm working with, and I know say this one, I know where in day, I know where we come from. If they talk to me, I will just laugh come out. Because I really know say you can never talk against the finger that it no go work. I just know say this one you know in future self. I don't even talk because I know the penalty already, so I don't need to talk. It's sacrosanct. Like anything that jumps up, come down. Yes or yes. I know they talk. I will not look laugh because I already know. You see me like this, if I don't like your mentorship, I will just keep quiet and walk. I know the argue. If pastor preach me say, I know say this pastor now, you know talk well. You know go see me argue. I will just keep quiet. I will just take a walk because I know I must test all spirit. I must test all spirit. Checking out. I know maybe he's correct, or maybe I'm even like even the wrong one self. So you get me now, but I have to go and open my Bible again and read. Because me, I want God to reveal himself to me. I want to know. I don't go to church because I want God to bless me. I'm blessed already. Because him living inside of me, I'm a blessing already. I want to know more of him. I want to know how God deals with indiscipline. I want to know how God behaves. Because I'm going to behave like my father. Yes or yes? Yes. I want to know how God creates things. I want to know how God responds to things. That's why I'm going to church. I want to know more. So you are telling me, if you tell me what I want to know more about God, I'm not going to God to solve my problem. My problem is solved already because I am the light. As I shine, darkness disappears. All I need to know is to use my competence to tell God, open my eyes of understanding, give me ideas to identify this point, how to solve it. So I go to God to know because I know the more of him I have, the more of him I become. And the more of him I shine. Tell us shine. I don't know where I'm going. I'm talking about morals. Tell us morals. Let's give you two more about morals. Awareness. Tell awareness. Awareness. Have a way to measure your mentees' awareness about money, about investment, about strategy. Give you some tasks. We're having a birthday tomorrow. Organize it. We're having a party offer program. Organize it. We're having a program at Breakfast Hotel. Organize it. Give me a task. And it's called extreme ownership. Sweep this floor. Don't just assume you will sweep. Monitor to make sure he does that. Measure his awareness. Measure his social life, caring, encouragement. Is it encouraging etc.? So there are a lot of morals. You know, caring, kindness, social life. So as a mentor, when somebody comes into your life, find a way to measure his performance. Find a way to measure his morals. Whether the person is always angry, he's not always smiling, tell him, see, no, they carry your family problem for your face. Everybody get problem. The way they keep your face, be like saying, oh, family problem, now they carry the whole place problem. Smile. Tell us smile. Smile is contagious. Yes or yes? You have to smile because if you keep keeping your face the way you're keeping your face, nobody wants to work with you. That's why you can never grow a team. Nobody wants to associate with somebody with problems. They want to associate with people that are happy. Yes or yes? So if I have problem already, so they don't want to have your own problem alongside with it. So use the performance and moral character to test and figure out and explain the depth of the process to the mentee. Of course, let me give you one or two because I should end this class tomorrow. I don't know how many minutes I have remaining. 9 o'clock already. Jesus. Okay, so I will show you the wheel of measuring morale. So, okay, we've talked about that already. So we can go to 70, 20, 10 rules, how to expose, educate, and also experiences. Understanding the mentoring process will end there at understanding the mentoring process. How to current reality, reflection, making informed decisions, and implementing those decisions in a mentoring program. So write this one down as a round up to this class. Mentoring is not about knowledge. It's about knowing how to manage the relationship. Mentoring is not about knowledge alone. It's knowing how to manage the relationship. Mentoring is not about knowledge alone. It's knowing how to manage the relationship. It's not about knowledge alone. It's knowing how to manage a relationship. The relationship. How do you manage that relationship? So don't just struggle and die in ignorance. Don't just struggle and die in silence. Please reach out to someone. Reach out to someone. You will live longer. In the multitude of counsel, there is wisdom. Take counsel from your mentors, but make decision from yourself. We'll discuss that tomorrow. And I'll talk about companies like Nokia, why they fell. This was a case study for some students in Harvard, and why they did not succeed in that era. They're sitting here, but they're struggling now in the market. And talk about Apple. What did Apple do that we can learn from him? He embedded a mentoring process in his company. He embedded an educational program in his company. That is why many companies today, they send their staff for courses. Most of those companies are banned. Either they bring a resource person retreat for their staffs. They take the courses. So most of the companies today, they take their staffs on vacations. No matter any kind of vacation, it's outside Nigeria. Because it gives the staffs a new incident. Incidents. When they come back, their life is not always the same. Because they have a new incident, they'll perform better. So one of the things a mentor did, one of the stories I had, the mentor traveled to which country? He was also traveling with a mentee who was learning how to be a public speaker and all of that. So he told the mentee, we are traveling to so place. And they went there outside Nigeria. And the hotel, when they convert the money, the hotel per night was like 100,000 naira. And as the mentee, you have to pay for your own room. The mentee has money. But the mentee always find it difficult to spend money on himself. How to give himself incident. So the mentee was like, how can this man be this wicked? How can this man ask me to pay for a night 100,000? As in, among all the hotel, why can't we go for a hotel of the equivalent of night like 20, 15,000? Why would you 100? So he said he paid for the night, but he could not sleep on the bed that night. He was looking at the bed. How can he sleep in a bed of 100,000? So he stayed at the bed all through the night and be sleeping on the couch and then wake up again and look at the bed. But to him, the mentor hit him. He wants him to waste his money. He doesn't want to succeed. And the second night, he now managed and said, well, it's my money after all. Let me try and lie down. And from the third night, they were supposed to come back on the fourth day. He now realized that he needed to make more money to afford more good things in life. And from that moment, he came back and his mind was that I need to make more money. I need to make more money. I need to make more money to afford. In fact, one of the guys that changed my life was that we did a mentoring program and the money was 630,000. Me and Ambassador Obon Billion here. So in the program we went for mentoring program, 630,000. So I did not pay all the money. I paid 350. So and I walked into the mentoring program at this was Hilton Villa, opposite Monty Suite at 4 Lane. So I walked into the mentoring ground to meet my mentor on this particular field of my life I needed to fix. So, and he said, often, you did not pay your money complete. I said, yes, I will complete it at the end of the program. He said, no. The instruction was that you have to complete the program before today's class. I said, yes, I know. He said, okay, you have to walk out of my hall. And the first thing that came to my mind was that I don't pay this guy 350,000 naira. I don't pay him. So what's the remaining change I cannot pay? Why must he walk me out in front of everybody? Me, I be big boy. This man, they form my hands. Why you go to form my hands? For how much? At least why no come, he tell me, church for ear. So, boy, you know, enter this time. Why must he embarrass me? Nothing I never think. He's embarrassing me. After all, as you can't get my money back, if I even told me that if you cannot balance the money, we'll refund back your money, 350. I've considered all options. Should I call him my 350,000 naira? Yeah, if I got into let him go die for bush. This kind of nonsense mentoring program. Let him go and help transformer. I know they do again, sir. with my money, now you they embarrass me. with my money, you are still chasing me out. I no go balance again after all. I don't consider everything for this life. I went outside. I stood outside. I was thinking about my future. Should I leave this thing? Should I collect my money? And you know, and see what's happening now. This guy now, immediately I met him now. So this is my mentor, okay? He's a doctor. I already told my tailor, instead of I told him, please measure him, go to Aba, the highest cashmere in Aba, buy him, I will pay. And I spent more than 100,000 naira to sew him one cloth. One cloth. I told him, you must give this cloth in 24 hours, through a night. When the way I wear the cloth was like, oh, this is one of the best material I've worn in my whole life. I said, correct. So I don't give this guy a cloth. I don't pay 350. You don't even respect me. You don't respect me. You don't respect me. One was inside. Amasuru don't pay 630,000. He was inside with his wife. They pushed me in front of him. The embarrassment was too much. It was too much of me. There's nothing I never thought. In fact, I sat down in my car. You know, I went inside my car. I brought my journal. I've been to write 10 things I have. This insult number one. Number one, you know me, I'm very strong. You know, I write my life is. After writing it, I asked myself, question: do you want to learn or you want to go home? The answer, I came to learn. I said, man, this kind of thing. So I now transfer the balance. I now walked in. He said, have you paid your money? I said, yes, sir. He said, come and hug me. I was like, this kind of hugging is that? This kind of. When I hug you, he said, I love you. I was like, I love you too. But when I sat down with him, when I start talking, I now realize that you don't need to tolerate anybody that don't meet up your standard. That was the lesson I learned. No matter what the person have done for you, if not Panadol, it's not be Panadol. Thank you. So for the and so I want to talk to the online community. Please don't get involved in a business without a mentor. Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that can a mentor will see far. See you at the top. See you tomorrow. God bless you really good. So for the rest of us here, I want to be sure I'm not talking to chairs and tables. I want to be sure I'm talking to human being. Check your notes. I want to be sure you learned something today. So if you learned something, I want to get some feedback, some contributions. Can I see on Zoom you learned something today? Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. None. Everyone here has spoken. Ashanti or Asi has effect.
Yes.
To be very good.
Yes.
He doesn't ask that.
Yes.
The leaders who listen to gossip.
So I'm not married. Everyone repeat. But anyway, I like the repeat that statement again. Yes. Yes.
The last one is discipline. Painful.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love that so much. Thank you.